Hope you all are well. And today I'm again in front of you with my new video. And I hope you will like this. And this is my humble request to please like, subscribe, and share my channel so it will boost my energy to make more videos. And like I promised you in my last video that this time I will make video. The last video was about 10 positive things about Denmark, and not 10, in fact it was the number given, but it was positive things about Denmark. Today we will talk about which things are not good to move into Denmark. And this is also very important and highlighted topic among all the people, all the nurses, all the doctors who are moving, who already moved here or who are in planning to move here from our countries, whether it's India, from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, whatever, to Denmark. And for example, if someone will not be able to get authorization, what will happen to them, and what are the what are the dark sides of Denmark? These are very less in number, but definitely, if I will not talk about specifically regarding the authorization. I will discuss this thing that if you will not be able to get your authorization and your evaluation employment, then what you need to do, and what could be the other opportunities and ways outs to get rid of this problem. Because definitely, if you will not be able to get your authorization, as it happened to me before, like in 2020 when I moved here. I got less time, because for nurses it's 3 years visa, and out of which I got only like 2.5 years. And because of corona I couldn't get my flights on the time, and I have applied for family. And this is also a long story, as I told you before in Dr. Atufa Kalim's video, so I will discuss it again at any time. But today I will only discuss about the dark sides of Denmark, that what problems and what are the negative aspects of Denmark to move in here. So the first thing to move into Denmark is that, along with many other challenges, weather is also very extreme, cold, windy, and even you cannot imagine and that what will happen after 5 minutes. Um, if there is sun before 5 minutes, you can see after 5 minutes there is a snow, and in between the snow there is a rain, and in between the rain there is again sun. So it's unexpected weather. So because of unexpected weather, there could be even it's very common sayings in Denmark and among Danish that this is a very big cause of depression, and many people here in Denmark, they are in depression because there could be many other reasons, but one of the other reason could be the weather, because a person cannot go out and cannot share someone their problems and everything. So I think that this is also a very big reason that many people need to be prepared for the weather, extreme weather. And one thing more, it's very important, and that is to find apartment here in Denmark. Um, if someone is living in Denmark, it's very difficult for them to find apartment. And if someone is coming from other countries to Denmark, we can imagine that how it could be difficult for one, and especially with the families they are moving, they should be very very in sense of uh, moving here. They should arrange their accommodation before moving here, because if they will not arrange accommodation, that means they have to stay in the hotels. And this country is very expensive as well among all other European countries. So sometimes it's not possible to pay a high amount of money to restaurants. And how many days you can stay, for example, for 10 days, for 15 days, for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, how many? So it would be difficult for you if you will not arrange your accommodation. And the second thing, accommodation is expensive. It's very expensive. So as I told you before, that two-room apartment, three-room apartment, four-room apartments aren't there. But if you are taking it from private companies, it will cost very high. And as you know, that we nurses and doctors are not allowed to get social help, and it's clearly written on our visas. So there is like in this situation, it's difficult for us to manage the high expenses. And the second thing, that in fact, this is third one, the taxes are very high. The people who are living here, they knows very well that we are paying high amount of tax, and which is near to 40%. That is 36 to 38%, and plus 8%. So when you will come here, you will imagine that how much we are paying to them. However, I would say again that the money we are getting, it's enough for us. It's very good. Although we are paying high amount of taxes, but still, whatever we will get, it's beneficial for us. And it's very important to be taxpayer, because in the end, when you will be in phase of getting your permanent residence and your nationalities, so at that time it will help you a lot if you are taxpayers. So taxpayer, to become a taxpayer and to pay tax, it's a positive thing here, and it's considered positive. And finding a job often takes long time. For example, it's not always possible that you just move here and in a month, or 2 months, you will be able to get your job. Sometimes it's very difficult. Even not sometimes, it's always difficult to find a job in a new country, and where there is a language barrier. And so you have to be mentally prepared for this, that uh, rents will be high, and this is expensive land. You have to pay a high amount of money, and if you will work, you will pay a high amount of tax. And these could be the challenges. And moreover, the cultural differences are there. For example, there are more than 88 nationalities, people who are living together. So that means that there are a lot of cultures and cultural background, that people are living here. So sometimes it's difficult to manage with all cultures, because our culture has its own identity, and we have our own limitations. And so sometimes it's very difficult to adjust and manage with other people. So you have to be very big heart and big mind to adjust in these all kind of different culture people. So moreover, the prices of goods are very high. Definitely, if they are paying high, and we are getting enough money, so on that basis, that its prices are also, it's expensive country. The goods we are taking here, as I remained in Portugal, so I would say that Portugal is little cheapest country, because they are giving like they are paying not more. So on that basis, it depends on economy and everything. So if I will talk about only Denmark, Denmark is a very expensive country, so you need to be prepared for that also. Moreover, it's very difficult to establish relationship with Danes, because they are very possessive people. I will say that they are the most loyal, most helping people, but on the other hand, they are very unfriendly. Uh, Unfriendly in that means that you cannot make or build up relationship to them while you are walking in the streets and whatever. So it takes time to build up relationship with them. They will not allow you to visit their homes frequently, or even you have to take permissions for that. Because in this culture, you have to take permission for everything from everyone. Even if their parents are visiting them, So their parents need to take permission. So they don't allow you to get into their personal lives, and sometimes it's good that you have to take permission from them. So it's quite difficult to build the relationship, to make new friends, and to in our language we say gupshup. So they don't allow you to do gupshup with them. So you have to be very limited, you have to be very uh, cautious about that, that you cannot make a relationship like a layman. Because the country from where I am, people are very open hearted. Uh, they always welcome, but here they don't welcome you, but if you will ask them to help you, they will definitely help you. So this is again, I would say that this is a beauty of their culture, and that is a beauty of our culture. So this is the mixture of many cultures here. So one thing more is language barrier. Yeah, this is the basic thing, that language barrier is there. Danish is the most difficult language of the world, as you know, you all knows very well. Because I think when someone is planning to move here in Denmark, that means that whether it's doctor or nurse, they are preparing everything in their mind that what they have to do. So in that way, when I was there in Pakistan, I have started to learn Danish, and I found it difficult because when you write, it's different. When you speak, it's different. When you hear, it's different. And when you like, from reading, writing, listening, and speaking, from all aspects, it's different. Pronunciations are very difficult. Whatever it's written, like if word is of 10 alphabets, so that means we have to pronounce only 3 to 4 alphabets. The other all will be eaten by us. And it's quite difficult, but it's possible to do that, because I have also done my Puvi dance 3 and Puvi dance 2. So that means that I already did the Danish education 2 and Danish education 3. So, and I got a very high characters in Danish education too. And I got 12, 12, and 10. And in Danish education too, so I got 3, which is enough to get permanent residence. But, and for like, as you know, that nurses don't need any requirement to move in here to work as to get an authorization. So it can work good if I will get a chance to place myself in the Danish system and to get authorization in the hospitals. I'm applying, but see what will happen. I don't know. But anyways, I have done my education, whatever is requirement from the system from me. So language barrier is there. The official language is Danish here. Almost all Danes can speak English, so we are lucky enough that we can talk to them in English and they can understand. Because in other countries, I have seen, as I've told you, that I have been there in Portugal. So it was very difficult, because in Portugal they always prefer to speak Portuguese language. So, but here in Denmark, in all the offices and all the workplaces, you can speak Danish, and almost all Danes can speak good Danish, good English. Sorry. So, yes, so Danish language is official language, and as I told you, that pronunciations are difficult and different. So you need to practice while you start your process. And one thing is very also important to discuss here, that homesickness is very common here. As I told you, that from the culture where we belong, we all belongs, that is a family centered culture. For example, there are many people who are in your life. For example, your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, your families and joint families, and children, their families, and all the time they are visiting you. And that is common in our culture there in Pakistan. But if we come here, because of extreme weather and because people do not visit frequently to each other, and they cannot even uh, in the means of bearing the expenses for transportation, and also in the busy life, because in Pakistan the way is different to do many things, but here in that is different. So I think it's very difficult to adjust here in this culture in the start. So in that way, people are getting mentally sick here. Remain inside the home, do not visit many people, and they do not know. And especially if women who are moving here alone, it's difficult for them, because in Pakistan we are not going out. Only the nurses are the most bold profession there. So nurses and transportation is very difficult, because I was used to use my own car when I was in Pakistan. And when I came here, it was very, very, very difficult for me to run behind the buses and trains and wait for long times. And if one train is missed, or one bus is missed, so I have to wait again for 20 minutes or 10 minutes, 20 minutes for bus and 10 minutes for train. So it was difficult for me, and especially in this weather. So in the start everything is difficult, but when you live here you can imagine that it everything is very good, because instead of um, going into car, it's also good to go into bus and train, which I understand that I can say now it's okay when you are getting used to of the system. So these were the things which I thought that I should be captured in a video to discuss with you. I hope this will help you to plan your journey to come here. And if there is any questions or answers, you can write it into comments. And again, this is a request from you that you can refer this channel to your friends, your families who are nurses and who are doctors. So this may can help them to plan their journey to Denmark. Thank you so much.